Hey legends, today I'm going to show you how I've sewn a Rashie. Now a Rashie is what it's called in Australia because we love to shorten everything. In the US it's known as a rash guard. I don't know about other countries, you'll have to let me know. Now Rashies originally came about to protect your torso from getting board rash from riding your surfboard and bodyboard. Now though, we mostly wear them for sun protection because we're smart like that. Now the pattern I'm going to use is not technically a Rashie pattern, it's Megan Nielsen's Rowan, which if you saw my last videos on making swimmers, I used it then too. I just really like it, super versatile, and it fits me well, so I'll just keep using it. Now the pattern pieces we'll use are the one for the high-necked t-shirt. So there's a bodysuit in the pattern, but there's also t-shirt versions, and they're really well fitted, like tight fitting, which is suitable for a Rashie because you don't want it billowing around you in the water too much. Or I don't. I like them quite fitted so that they don't drag behind me. So all that's really different is we're adding a zipper down the front. So I'll show you my pattern pieces. So this is the long sleeve, although it's not as long as it should be because I didn't have enough fabric. So what I've done is I've cut out as long as I could in the sleeves, and then I've made cuffs to go on the end, which is a nice way to use your little scraps as well. Or you could just, order the correct amount of fabric. This is the back piece. See, it's in one. I like to mark the center notches on the back and front as well, just at the neckline. And this is the front piece, although it's in pieces, because we are going to add the zip down the front. So all I've done there is added a little bit of extra seam allowance just for the zipper. Alright, and here's our zipper. Now I've used a 51cm one. You want it to be chunky plastic because you can't wear a metal zipper in the water. Well, you could, but I reckon you might get stuck in it after a while and it would be full of sand and it would rust. Same with the nylon one, it would just get full of sand. And this one, I'll pull that off so you can see, is open-ended. So I like to be able to open the zip ends to pull the Rashie off heaps easier than trying to drag it over your head when you're drenched. It's not the most glamorous thing to do. I'm sure there's Rashie patterns that are just pull on and off, but I find it so much easier to have a zipper version. I just was going to show you too what I've got here. Now this is a ready-to-wear one. It's a Billabong branded one. I've had it for probably 3 years, and it's got the zip down the front, it's got the high neck, it's got long sleeves, and actually it's got bands on the end too, but I don't think they ran out of fabric when they cut their sleeves. They've flat locked this, so I'm pretty sure that's a different machine. It's like with the cover stitch, I think. I don't know too much about it, but once again, like, techniques and machines in ready-to-wear are heaps different to really what's available for us at home. But you can see, it's pretty, actually it might be a bit hard to see, but in here the zip goes all the way up to the top of the neckband, and the neckband's just folded over. So, there's nothing groundbreaking or unusual in that. I've just found that over time it's stretched out quite a bit, and the fabric was quite thin to begin with. I don't know if that's showing up, but it's not the greatest. I mean, for something that retails for around $100, you'd expect a bit better, but this is the state of ready-to-wear now. And here's one that I made a couple of months ago from Spoonflower Sports Lycra. This one is a 3/4 sleeve. I finished the raw edges, not that you need to because they're not going to fray, but I finished the raw edges with the overlocker, and I've zigzagged all my hems. You're going to need to zigzag if you're just using a normal machine, not your overlocker, because when you stretch it, the stitches will pop if you use a straight stitch. but you can see they won't pop when you use a zigzag. You don't need an overlocker. You can use your standard machine, but just make sure that you use your zigzag for most of it. I haven't used zigzag on the zipper, but I'll explain that later. Okay, get ready to sew.